This feels like, this legit feels like the sun is shining in my face. I mean, I know we've had the Leo moon, and that's kind of gonna be our topic today. Part, part of it at least, but no, this is too much. Much better. I'm Himali, and this is Poetry of the Cosmos, where we discuss spirituality, poetry, astrology, law of attraction, ghost stories, and much more. And it's good to be back. So here's the question, all right? Have you ever been out of it and then realized that it's the full moon? I know, I know. It happens. And don't tell me that it hasn't, because trust me on this, every single person that I know that I have connected with in the last few couple of weeks has gone through some seriously intense stuff. And these people, not all of them are even believers of spirituality and all of that. So I don't know what the science is of this, but this stuff is real. Like, I don't know how it happens. So many people who are not even like related to each other, don't even know each other, and go through all these emotions. And maybe there's just some scientific explanation to it. And maybe it's the maybe it's the fact that we are 70% water, and then there is gravity and the moon and the waves and the all of that. Let's just put it that way. But something does happen. And recently, with the full moon in Leo, emotions are already connected to our feelings. Feelings are connected to our heart. Leo being the sign of the sun and the heart. It's like all those hidden emotions came up into the light all of a sudden, and a lot of people, including me, had no idea what to do with it. Keep in mind, I'm not blaming the sun and the moon and the waves for how I'm feeling. I take full responsibility, but well, when the floodgates open, you can't really close the doors once they're out, right? So all we can do is just flow. Go with the flow and let it flow, because it's flowing for a reason. It's not happening for no reason. All of these things, all of these celestial events that happen in astrology, all of the placements in our charts, and things that happen in our life, they happen for a reason. And everyone has a different way of handling certain things, but I guess what I'm trying to do here today is help you optimize those, um, not optimize, more like salvage those moments to your best advantage, like use it to the best of your advantage rather than just sort of like drowning in the flow. Why not just swim, right? So today we're going to talk about the moon that happened recently, the full moon in Leo, and what I am listening to my intuition and guidance systems finally, and hearing and connecting with what the universe wants to say is that now is the perfect time to ground and really check in with yourself, even if it's scary, even if it feels like the end of the world. It's not. It's not the end of the world. It's an opportunity, it's your chance, it's that moment to go inward and really listen to what your heart is trying to say to you and what needs to be done for yourself that you have been pushing back. Now is the perfect time to do that, no matter how scary it feels, no matter how irrelevant it feels to your life and whatever is going on right now. Trust me on this. Now is the perfect time to take out that journal, write it down if that's what works for you. If that's not what works for you, just listen. Just go inward and listen. All right, enough of that. I have some real practical tips on. These are the tips that at least helped me, so I'm going to share them. These are some grounding tips that I feel like will really help you guys in going back and checking in with yourself. All right. So, when the energies feel a little heavy, you kind of feel like you have to shut it down somehow or like get overwhelmed. Yeah, that's the word that I'm looking for. Overwhelmed with everything that's been going on with your life, and like if everything is always happening at once, and then these kind of events in the universe, in the sky usually tend to feel like they really make it worse than it actually is. So these are some things that you can try. The first one, interestingly, I mean, this has always been something that helps me in any type of stress in my life, and I don't know, maybe it's the oxygen that the plants give out. Yeah, probably not the right time to joke about these things, but so go someplace where there's a lot of nature, and by nature I don't mean like just like bouquets and flowers. I mean trees and greenery and that richness of nature that you should feel like you're a part, like you're there and you're away from all the noise. You should feel that sense of like calm, and that's the kind of like go to the nature where you feel like that. Go there. Go to that. Like that is my highest recommendation to you. Like if you stay in the city and it's hard for you to find, if it's hard for you to have like that, you can't have that backyard, you can't have that garden in your house, then take the time out and go to the nearest park and sit over there with your coffee or with your book or something, even if it's music. Just breathe in that air. Just be with the nature, because trust me, that like reminding yourself about how the trees, I mean, just feeling how the trees exist and like just kind of like tuning in to that frequency and seeing where that takes you, because it will take everybody someplace else. Everybody is already operating on different frequencies. So when you tune in, you will get some insights. And it's very strange how these things happen. Like I sometimes get poetic insights just sitting next to trees in my backyard, and I'll just be listening to the rustling of the leaves, and I'll suddenly get words in my head out of nowhere, and I'm inspired to write an entire chapter of my book. So it's like I don't know, like something about the trees and the nature that has always really deeply affected me and made me feel like completely at ease no matter what I'm going through in my life. Literally. The other day, one of my best friends, he was just all hanging out, and I was just going through some emotional stuff, and he just suggested that the three of us just go in the backyard because he knows me. He knows how much I am connected to that. And I had been so disconnected from my own needs and from what makes me happy. And literally within a minute, like not even joking, I started to feel better. Literally, like just breathing in and just like, I was like, hold on. I have the blessing to experience this. I must be present in this moment. I must like bring myself back into my body, back into this present moment, and away from all the stuff from the past that has been like holding me back, and away, bring myself back from the future that I am like overthinking and creating. This is the moment I need it to be. That's what nature does. So just go, all right? Just go. Second thing is meditate. That's like, I know it's overdone, not overdone, like over suggested or recommended or whatever. But here I am to join that line, that army of people telling you, because guys, it helps. It really does. It works. So whether it is sounds of nature, whether it is a guided meditation, or it is just you chanting, whether it is chanting Om or it is any other mantra that you have been given or are comfortable with or works for you, do it. Do it. You could try, if you're going through something with respect to your health, I highly recommend that you try Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation. I'll put a link in the description. Uh, Otherwise, Om Namah Shivaya is one of the best, mantras. It's also supposed to be the sound of the sun, um, and it's just pure energy. It's just pure energy, and it's supposed to be the highest vibration, one of the highest vibrations out there. So, Om Namah Shivaya is one other mantra. And then another one is one of my favorites, because I have a personal connection with this goddess who came to me in my dream once. I mean, that sounds so super uh, irrelevant right now, so I'm not gonna get into that story. Maybe someday. She's Green Tara, and she's right there, actually. Um, yeah, and her mantra is like Om Tari Tu Re Soha. If you're interested, I highly recommend that you Google that. It's one of the most peaceful mantras that I have ever meditated on and experienced. She's also a huge part of my healing journey. So these are the three things you can do. Third one is surprisingly, like practical maybe, but it is really a very good grounding practice. It's saving money. It's holding back when you are upset and you're like, you do the retail therapy and you want to shop your way back to your heart, like you want to feel better therapy, and you want to shop your way back to your heart, like you want to feel better, so you go and shop and accumulate more items, thinking that's gonna, you're probably not thinking that's gonna, like, that's going to literally make you feel better or something, but it's subconscious. But no, so money, if you save it, is actually going to be a lot less stressful for you, because, like, I mean, do I even have to explain that? Save money. Guys, just save money. All right. The next practice is a gratitude practice. Now, this can look different again for many different kinds of people. A lot of us are super busy in our life, right? We don't really have the time to sit every single day and write things down. Not everybody can always consistently do it. Like some people really have those as part of their goals, so they do it, but not everybody, right? So gratitude can be something very simple, and it can barely just take like 30 seconds. All you have to do is just sit, even if it's like you're about to go to bed and it's like you're just gonna sleep right before bed. Just be there, and right before you just surrender to your sleep, right? Just one thing, one thing. You need to find just like that one thing. You can start with one thing that made you feel grateful to be alive that day. That made you, that was something. Find that something in that day. I'm sure you'll find more than one thing. That's the beauty of this exercise. That is the beauty. That every single day has so many different offerings for us that we tend to ignore because we are so preoccupied thinking about the things that are not working out in our life. But if you actually brought your attention back to the things that are actually working out, and then you will see them next to each other, and you will see how much your life is actually balancing, and you can just sort of turn things around for yourself. Law of attraction, guys. Glass half full, not half empty. Just try it. Just try it. Gratitude practice. 30 seconds before bed. That's it. Get creative. Maybe oh yeah. So this is another thing. um I wasn't planning on saying this, but I remember this. I'm not sure what this practice is called, but anytime you're paying somebody, thank them, thank the money. Like, apparently, like, because money is energy, Lakshmi, it's energy. It's Money doesn't like to sit in one place stagnant. If you circulate the money, it comes back to you. And if you, like, it will definitely come back to you. And like, if you give it with gratitude, it'll come back to you like more. So that's like a fun thing. Like, you're paying somebody, but you're thanking the money, that thanking that energy is going in there. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. So do that. All right. Gratitude. The next thing is clean your home space. Now, I know that not all of us can be Monica's from Friends. Those who watch Friends know that what reference I'm talking about. To the rest of them, it's a really great sitcom on American television. Go watch it if you haven't. It's funny, and you definitely could use Friends in your life. I mean, the show and the real Friends, but definitely. Point is, cleaning your space in your house makes such a huge difference. So amazingly and immediately. It lifts your it lifts up your energy so much because you're clearing your space. When you're clearing your space, it's almost like some kind of an effect on your mind. You're clearing space in your head, you're clearing space in your heart. You're feeling better, you're taking care of yourself. You feel a lot of self love, and you feel like a lot of clarity coming in. And it's a very good grounding practice, especially during full moons, because full moons definitely make us feel out of like our bodies. We are over there, we're over there. By that, I mean like we are all over the place, and especially with our emotions, but also with our heads, in our heads so much that there are a lot more misunderstandings. Mercury retrograde is not the only time people misunderstand. It's it's when full moons happen as well. Trust me. Wolves are not howling on the full moon for no reason, guys. I mean, I don't know what that scientific explanation is, so I'm not going there, but I don't know, like, this is a good grounding exercise, so do it. Clean your home space and see how that feels. I can promise you'll feel better. Listening to podcasts on topics that give you practical solutions. Listen to me, guys. This is a podcast with practical solution. You should be listening to things like this. Okay, jokes aside. I will be listing down certain podcasters that I really like that I'm not remembering right now, but I will put them down for your references. Um, I mean, right now, what is coming to my mind is like more to do with spirituality and relationships and personal development. But like, they've one of them has recently changed the channel name, so I'm gonna put it down once I have all the lists. I'm gonna put it down. So definitely tune into those. Those are my recommendations. But yeah, find your own, find the topics that really matter to you, and tune into those during these times so that you're doing something productive. So that you're not letting your mind, you're not losing your mind over something, and like you're making good use of your time instead of like just falling apart. Yeah, the next one is just sort of a continuation of this. It's like it's get out of head and get out of your funk. We kind of get into this funky place around this time, um, and it's really hard to break free from it because once it starts, you're there, and it's like you're like there's a landslide happening, and you cannot back out. It's like you're like falling and you don't have wings and you don't have a parachute, you're just falling. You can't fly, you can't do anything. So just have to you just have to land on your feet. That's what it is. Get out of your head very like mindfully, be aware, get out of it. Get out of it. Don't stay there. That's not a healthy place to stay. In your head and in your heart when it's hurting. Get out of it. Don't let yourself hurt. It's not needed. Sort it out. Cook some wholesome foods. That's the next one. So, obviously, you're alive. You need to eat. Gotta eat. If you're ordering food, it's fine, I understand, but part of a self care practice and grounding practice mainly is to cook your own food. Go to the groceries, make sure that you are choosing the vegetables, the fruits, the meats, whatever else that you eat with your hands, with your like you pick it up and bring it home, cook it, like cut it, cook it all yourself. Cook it with love. Maybe sing or play a mantra while you're doing it. Let that energy go into the foods. I kid you not, that food that you have made with your own hands tastes a lot better than what you will order, and it'll have a lot more fulfilling, it'll be a lot more fulfilling experience for you. It'll not leave you feeling hungry like the food that you order makes you feel like you'll feel a lot more satisfied. It's not just because you did the work and you ordered it, just that feeling. You'll see what I mean when you compare it yourself. And eating wholesome foods, wholesome is like organic, grown from the ground. These are not junk food items like processed foods. These are actually grown foods from the earth. So you are in a way connected to the earth, even if it's fresh meats or you are eating fish. You're connected to the ocean, the nature. You know what I mean? And that makes a huge difference because that's what we are. We are nature. We are earth, we are fire, we are spirit, we are air, we are water. That's what we are. And that's where, that's how we should, make sure that we are incorporating these elements in our, diet. Hang out with your friends. That's a huge one. Never, ever, ever miss a chance to hang out with your friends when you get to. I'm saying that as an introvert myself, but over a period of time in my personal journey, I have realized what kind of an introvert I am. It's not like I need people all the time, but fortunately, thankfully, I'm very grateful for the kind of friends that I have here in my life. Um, They are funny, goofy, smart, intelligent, and amazing at heart. They're warm and amazing cooks as well. And they get me, they're goofy. I can just be myself with them. I love them. And I don't think I realized this when I was living back in India as much, like in general in my relationships. I feel like I used to take it more lightly, but ever since I've lived on my own, I understand the importance of community and I understand the importance of friendships in my life. And I think I value them more. But it's a give and take relationship, so I make sure that I also give to the relationship and friendship as much as I can. So go out with friends and just have a good time. Have a good time. Don't stay at home alone pondering over things if it's killing you from inside. It's not healthy. No. At the same time, don't avoid reflection, but there's a time and place for both. So figure that out. Figure that dance for you, like what's healthy, what's not. When do you need to stay in and be by yourself, and when there is an invitation coming towards you to hang out with your friends. um I would highly recommend sharing things with your friends. If you're going through something, you're not alone. Don't be alone. You don't have to be alone. Yes, you can do things by yourself. Yes, you're independent. Yes, you're good. You're fine. But it's okay to reach out to your friends. That's what friends are for, right? They're there for you. So, grounding practice number 9, hang out with your friends. And number 10 is close, slightly different. Hang out with your boo, bae, whatever you want to call it, husband, boyfriend, fiance. Uh, make time for them, because that's also important part of your life. If you're actually with someone, if you're single, then no, I guess. But if you're not, then um, it's a good time to just you know relax, have heart to heart conversations if that feels right. But I would say issues can come up during full moon, and I'm not blaming the moon again. Not the moon's fault. You guys cannot do that either, all right? I'm just saying, reach out if you're feeling out of it. I'm pretty sure that they will be there for you and help you through your moods, swings, and feelings and everything. Next, last but not the least, is reflect and let go. Reflect and let go. Easy, right? Sounds super easy. It's not. Like it's 11:51 p.m. on a Thursday night. I have to go to work tomorrow. So, um, sometimes it's gonna be like that. Sometimes it's gonna be like an unscheduled, scheduled, prioritized thing that you're gonna have to do. Because the full moon can be super challenging during, uh, especially if like you have many important things going on in your life and you guys, um, you know, we need someone to help us out navigate these uncharted territories. You don't know every time what things might come up in you. You know what I mean? Emotions sometimes can be a little unpredictable, and it's okay, we are humans. So, anyway, that's it for the day. Oh, I would like to end this actually with the poem I wrote today. It's kind of disjointed, so please don't judge me. It's kind of like a little bit of fantasy world I went into, I guess, because you'll see what I mean. listening to the gentle lull of the Nilgiri, dancing in the cold embrace of the wind. The night shone brightly over the Parijat under the loving gaze of the moon. The air was light with a scent of mischief. Mogra buds were blooming too. The stars stood still over the Nilgiri hill. Then came the fairy hills and ghost towns in the islands surrounded by rainbows and sorry, flying puppies with butterflies on every flower petal and clouds made of ice cream and cotton candy. Yeah, it started off with a memory and ended with something I don't even know if it exists. I mean, of course, it doesn't exist, but that's what the full moon does to you sometimes. All right, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care and bye. Peace.